Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm. So today is the day we're finally gonna get the roof put on the 100-year-old rock building. I am down here pretty early. I've got the old beast dump truck fired up. It's running. I got to leave the heat on because on top of this zip board, what we're gonna do is we are going to put down a underlayment that is called ice and water shield, and it's kind of like a rubber. It's rolled, and you kind of roll it out, and one side is sticky and it'll stick down to this, and then you kind of layer it up there, shingle it up there all the way to the top, and that just goes underneath the roofing material that we're going to be using. And I have been keeping it a secret from everybody on what type of roofing we're putting on here, and what we originally had wanted to go with was cedar shakes. That would have been original back to when they first built this building. They would use something like that, but down here at the lake, and as bad as it storms right down through here, those cedar shakes would not last very many seasons. It's a lot of upkeep, and although that look would be awesome, we have chose to go with a metal panel that is supposed to look like these cedar shakes. Now bear with me because I have not seen it in person yet. We just looked online. I have seen houses at a distance with it, but I think it'll look cool, but it will give it the I don't know the word. It'll hopefully last a lot longer than the original cedar shakes. It's got a coating on it, like a stone coating. It's gonna look, it's gonna be like I think a chestnut brown. So you just have to wait and see. Trust me, I think it'll look good. I think it'll go with the trim, it'll go with the rock, and I think it's gonna look awesome. So anyways, I gotta wait for the roofers to get here that are coming down to do this. I brought the drone today, so I will try to get you guys some drone shots and see where we go. And I cannot wait to get this done. It's been a lot of work happening, guys, all the way from the beginning of cleaning out the rock building all the way to ripping the old rotten roof off, putting new rafters on, putting the decking on, all the trim, got the door, the windows, all that in, and we are fixing to have this thing completely dried in. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow the journey on what else we got coming for this thing in the future. Now, once the roofers get here, I'll probably set this camera up. I probably won't do a lot of talking, and I'll just do probably like a time lapse or something like that on it, and we'll see how far they get. Hopefully they should get done today. It's not a huge job, but this type of material that we're using, it comes in panels that are like, I don't know, 12 by 30 inches long, something like that, and they line up just right, and you have to kind of like tile them. You don't want the same design on top of each other, so you got to kind of mix and match. But this is them right here. Give you guys a little sneak peek of the color. I think that's the ridge cap or something, but I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That's the color right there. So once they get here, I'll pull this truck on down where I normally do, so the material's all right there, and they can unload it. And it is 31 degrees today, so that is why I got the truck running. You guys can see that rolled stuff right there. That's the underlayment that goes on first. And here you can kind of see the color a little better. That's the color of the roofing material. So anyways, that's what we got going on today. So thank you guys so much for watching and continuing to watch our videos on this journey down here. It's been awesome, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we just got done with the roof. We got about an hour before the sun goes down, and I love the way it turned out. So what do you guys think of the finished product? So you guys can see it with the sun on it. So those are supposed to be an imitation wood shake. So back in the old days, they would make wood shakes out of cedar, and which you could stain them or whatever color you wanted. But this is the metal panels. You can see it's like a galvanized metal, and then they got what they call a stone coat on here. It's like glued on, sprayed on. It's like sand, kind of just like shingle material, but it's supposed to be very durable. So I don't know, what do you guys think? You think we went with the right color to match the original stonework? I'll get the drone up again and fly it over and show you guys the finished product. They just got the ridge cap put on, you can see right there. So that's it. So now the rest is up to me to get this thing completely dried in, where I got to close up that hole, and then on the inside, you know, on the south side where the window is, I've got to get that piece of plexiglass in there. So feels good to finally get this done. Today when we got down here it was like 30 degrees, and now it's like maybe 40. It's still pretty cold, but that's the cool thing about using metal roofing, is it don't matter how cold it is, you can always pretty much put it on. When you're doing shingled roof, like the asphalt shingles, it has to be so warm or they won't lay straight. They'll kind of be all buckled and kind of funky looking and won't lay right. But there it is, there's the roof, and I'm very pleased on how it turned out. I'm about to send everybody some pictures, my parents and Rachel. Rachel actually brought us some lunch down here, and took me back home because we had to go home. I had to go home and get a couple more grinder wheels to cut all that trim and stuff. And that metal's pretty hard with all that rock on there. It just eats up those grinder wheels. So I had to go home, and I went ahead and drove the blue Dodge back down here. So now I got to get one truck home and have Rachel bring me back and get the other one, which we're not that far. It's just right down the road. But yeah, so what do you think, guys? Leave a comment down below what you think of the new roof. I'm very happy with it. So like always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We love you guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get out of the sun here. And like this video, and make sure you leave a comment down below. What do you think? And be honest. I know not everybody's gonna like it, but I know some people would say, oh, you should have went original wood shakes, but I don't want to have to be redoing this in a couple years or having to get up there and treat it every year or anything like that. Because I know it's kind of deceiving looking, but this roof is actually pretty steep. When you're up there working and walking around, it's not the easiest thing to do. And now whenever I get this deck tore back off, because this deck is just a temporary deck, it won't be that easy to get a ladder up there anymore. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you then.